Yes, sir.
So today we will learn how do we create a dual axis chart in Tableau. Okay. So before that, what we have to do, let's say on an yearly basis, we have to showcase the sales and the profit value. Okay. So over the year, what has been the sales and what is the profit. So primarily we have to showcase this. Just a minute. Okay. I hope the process is clear. So by year we have to showcase, let's say by order year we have to showcase what is the sales and what is the discount. So how can we create this view?
Hello, Ashish. Yearly sales or profit or sales and discount?
The sales and profit. Yeah. So how can we have this created? Any idea? Very simple ask. Okay. So what we will do, we will simply select the order date and let's put it onto the columns. Okay. So obviously we know whenever we consider any date field, Tableau always group it by year. That is the reason these values, there are primarily as per our data, there are 4 years data for 14 till 17. This is why we are getting 14, 15, 16, 17. Now we wanted to showcase the sales and profits. I will take the sales, add it onto the rows. Okay. So by year, it's letting us know what is the sales value. And since we also wanted to showcase the profits, I will take the profit and also add it here. So primarily we are getting two different windows. One is on a yearly basis is letting us know what is the sales value. Another on a yearly basis is letting us know what is the profit value. Okay. And if you see the range, this is from 0 to 600K because obviously sales value yoga as per our data in our order sheet of sample superstore. So that is the reason y-axis is having this range. Profit is from 0 to 80K as per our data in the order sheet of sample superstore. Cool. Any questions so far?
No, Ashish.
Okay. Now, but obviously, if you see, so these two charts are not primarily appearing into two different windows, right? So यहाँ पर by an yearly basis we are getting the sales, here by an yearly basis we are getting the profit. So ideally, with respect to visualization, this is not a good view. So with respect to a good view or an interactive view, we should have this level of, let's suppose we should create a graph in a single window instead of having these in different windows. No, we should have a single window, and then obviously there we can have a clearest understanding what is the sales value and what is the profit value. So to do that, what we will have to do, we will have to create a dual axis chart. And in Tableau, how do we create a dual axis chart? So we are using, now you see, we are using here two measures. Obviously, year is your dimension, but the measures which we are using is the sales and the profit. So eventually, if you click on this one, so here we are getting these many options. But then when we click on this profit value now, see here you will get to see one additional option which is dual axis option, which is not available at the sales. If you see sales here, we are not getting any dual axis option. But if we click onto the profit, here you will get a dual axis option. So why and how does it works? So in Tableau, what happens? The moment we use more than one measure, so obviously we are using two measures, right? Sales and profit. So Tableau is a smart enough, and what it does, whatever is your second measure, first over not to the first measure, on to the second measure, it automatically adds an additional option which is called the dual axis. Now let's suppose if you want to have, if you simply change it, right? So we bring the sales after the profit value. Okay, so now you see onto the profit, the dual axis is gone, and onto the sales, this dual axis option will come. So it's not that any of the measures is giving any weightage. It's just that whichever measure will appear at the second position over there, you will get to see and dual axis option. ठीक है, I hope this is clear. So that is the reason why we are getting here dual axis option. So simply, just to make sure that if we want to synchronize them in a single window, what we will do, we'll go to the profit and then we will click on this dual axis. The moment you click, so now you see primarily your two window got synchronized, got synced into one window. ठीक है. But abhi kya ho raha hai na, if we see this view, it looks like as if the sales and the profit are in parallel, right? So these are obviously same, bahut zyada bahut, it looks like there is a very little difference, but the difference is huge because here is from 0 to 700, it's from 0 to 900k, 90k. So whenever we create a dual axis in Tableau, it's always a mandate that we have to synchronize the axis. So once we synchronize the axis, then we get to know the real picture, or we get to see the real picture. So वो हम कैसे कर सकते हैं? You simply right click and here you will get an option which says synchronize axis. The moment you say synchronize axis, now you see, now the values are obviously both the access range is same, and now you can see obviously it makes sense that in 2014 the sales was 484k, but the profit was only 49k. Earlier it looked like, eventually if you see, the profit is 49k and the sales is 484k, right? It was more than 10 times, right? Almost 10 times. But ये इसको देख के लग रहा है as if both the values are almost same. So this is primarily the reason what we will have to do. We have to synchronize the axis to get the real picture. Okay, I closed it by mistake. So here you go, you click on this, right click, and then we say dual axis. Then we have to synchronize axis. We got the real picture. Abhi koi questions hai? So this is primarily for your understanding. So these are simple steps which we have to follow if we have to create a dual axis chart in Tableau. Okay, so when I say dual axis chart, it's primarily across a dimension. We have to showcase two different measures. Okay. So क्या करना होगा? Simply you add it, then onto the second measure you go and use the option dual axis. Then obviously always remember to synchronize the axis so as to get the real picture. यहाँ तक कोई नहीं, any questions, any doubt? Is it clear?
Clear, sir.
ठीक है. Now just to make it look more representable, what we can do, we can obviously change the we can change the bar type as well. So obviously if you see, the graph type is for both these is coming as a line, but obviously we are showing it over year. So what you can do, अब यहाँ पर क्या होगा, the moment you use more than one measure ना, so all primarily describes कि यहाँ पर अगर हम कुछ भी change करेंगे, it will get automatically applied to both these values, which is your sales and the profit. If you click here some sales, अगर इसमें हम कुछ change करेंगे, it will get applied to sales वाला जो हमारा line है. If we do any change onto some profits, it will automatically get applied onto the sum profit वाला जो हमारा line है. So अभी हम क्या करेंगे? We will go to sum sales and this is coming as automatic, right? So we simply click on it and instead of this line, let's suppose chart type, we will select it as a bar. Okay, so we'll give it a bar type. So now you see, and then this is obviously is a dual axis chart. So wherein your sales is coming onto your bars and your profit is coming onto the lines. Very simple है कि sales value obviously ज़्यादा होगी as compared to the profit value, but eventually what you can see over the year, as your sales is increasing, your profit has almost also increased only because your line is going towards the upward direction. So this is how we can make a dual axis chart in Tableau. Any questions, feel free to ask. If you want me to repeat, I can repeat it as well. But these are primarily the sequence of the steps which you have to follow to create a dual axis chart in Tableau. Shilpa, Swastra, is it clear?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Yes, Ashish.
Okay.
This one once again you can please repeat. Only this one.
Just a minute. Which one? Which portion? The last portion?
Yes, Ashish.
Okay. So the last was literally if we can go ahead and submit this view also. But just to make it more representable, what I did, so I changed this one of the bar types from obviously a line to a bar graph. So वहाँ के लिए what I mentioned, if you go and select all, तो यहाँ पर अगर हम कुछ change करेंगे, it will get automatically applied to both these sales and the profit lines. If you make any changes, यहाँ पे sum of sales, it will obviously get applied only to your sales. If you go make any changes in sum of profit वाले marks card पे जाके, it will automatically be applied only to your profit वाला line. So अभी what I did, I for the sales value instead of this automatic is coming because we have taken the date values. And Tableau, how does it work? Whenever we take the date values, it considers the line chart as the best fit. So यहाँ पे instead of the line chart, I gave it a bar type option. यहाँ से मैंने bar select कर दिया और eventually it got automatically applied to your sales value. And this is how it represents. Your orange represents your sales, your blue ones represent your profit. And what you can do also, you can add the labels as well. You can take the sales, add it onto the label. So yes, sales value got added. Similarly, you go to profit and here you add the label, so your profit will get added. So now you see for 2014, the sales was 484K, while the profit is 49, 470K, 61, and so on. So this is how a comparative view is being created onto our sales and profit by year. Okay, I hope it is clear now.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. So now let's talk about the sets. I guess in child, हमने अपने बचपन में ना we read about this sets. याद है A union B, A intersection B, ऐसा कुछ पढ़ा था, याद है?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
A union B very simple था कि whenever let's suppose there is a data A and then there is a data set B, if we select A union B, so primarily we are selecting everything. When we say A intersection B, is primarily we are selecting only the common things which are available in my data set A and B. Eventually we will see what is the use of sets in Tableau. ठीक है? So for that, अभी हम एक example के through करेंगे. So guys, what we need to do now, you guys need to create this view, a very simple view, wherein so we are having customer names in this data as I remember. Yeah, so we are having the customer names. So what we have to do, एक मिनट यार. Okay, so we have to create a view wherein what we have to showcase across different customers, what is the sales value. By customer name, we have to showcase the sales value guys. कैसे बनाएंगे उसको?
Sir, can you pardon the question again? I can't hear.
Yeah, I was saying we by customer name, we have to showcase the sales value.
I think in columns which we have to take customer name and then do same sales one.
Okay, so by different customers, so primarily there are 793 customers, unique customers in our data, and we are getting the sales value. So now let us quickly sort it in descending order. Okay, so this is the view. Obviously this individual has done the maximum, or primarily has bought the items of maximum cost, which is obviously 25K, followed by the others. Now the requirement is that we have to select the top 5 customers. This is the sales value. So in this view, out of the 793, we just need to showcase the top 5 customers by sales value. Got my point? Out of the 793, यहाँ पर only top 5 customers के data आना चाहिए, primarily जिन्होंने maximum sales किया. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All remaining should get vanished from here. So how can we do that? Question clear है ना?
Sir, filter पे जाके कर सकते. फिल्टर पे जाके कर सकते हैं, वहाँ पे एक कंडीशन
Correct. So
था।
you will do customer name, you will add it onto the filters. You will go to top and here we select top by field और यहाँ से will say top 5. ठीक है? Apply and OK. So ये हमारा आ गया. So these are primarily out of those 793. These are the top five customers. This is the sales value. Similarly, now if someone asks you to showcase the bottom, so यहाँ से you will go and select the bottoms. It will give you a view for bottom 5 customers. This is the sales value. अब the ask is the business wants to see or they want to have a comparative view जहाँ पे they want to see top 5 customers as well as bottom 5 customers together in a single view. The top 5 customers ये रहे उनका ये sales है, bottom 5 customers ये रहे उनका ये sales है. This is that they will take a, let's suppose they will make some strategies or they will take some action on it. I hope this is clear. Problem क्या है कि in a single view they want to see
Yes, sir.
see the top 5 and bottom 5 as well. लेकिन अब eventually from by using the filters we can obviously have either top 5 or bottom 5. वो हम कैसे करेंगे? So very simple. What you will have to do to create such view, we will have to take help of the sets. और sets क्या होता है guys? We can create the sets only on two dimensions. So primarily if you go to any of the dimensions, so here you go, you see create set. But if you go to any of the measure and if you go to create, so here you will not get to see an option which says create sets. So sets in Tableau can only be created on the dimensions. बनाते कैसे हैं? You go to the particular field जिसपे हमें sets बनाना है. So customer name, I say create set, ठीक है? So and I will see यहाँ पर same options we get to see except a wildcard option, which is obviously available in filters, but not on to while we create a set. So you give the first of all you give the name of the set. So अगर हम यहाँ पर दे देंगे top 5 customers, ठीक है? So I'm giving it a name. You can give it any of the names, ठीक है? So I'm giving it top 5 customers. Let's suppose मैंने copy कर लिया. So what we are saying इसमें by sum of sales select the top 5 customers. ठीक है? अब ये देखना. So we are creating the set with the name of top 5 customers. Simply went on to top and ये condition हमने apply कर दिया. We said okay. The moment you said okay, यहाँ पर एक additional field आ गया with an icon set. So set का icon ऐसे आता है, दो circles with a common intersection area and then the name of the जो भी हमने name दिया था, so top 5 customers. अब हम क्या करेंगे? So simply if you take this and add it onto the filters. So ये देखो Tableau is smart enough. अब उसने क्या किया? बस वही customers दिखा रहे हैं जो कि which are falling in this particular set. So since this set is having condition on to top 5, that is the reason हमें यहाँ पे बस top 5 customers दिख रहे हैं. अब eventually Tableau also gives an option जहाँ पर you can, अगर मान लो अब requirement है you want to see all the other customers except these 5. So other than these 5, what is the view for the remaining customers? उसके लिए आप क्या कर सकते हो ना? You can select the out वाला option and you say okay. अब out जैसे ये करोगे so primarily इस set के what Tableau is showing all the members which are not a part of this set. Tableau is showing us that one. When we click on out, when we click on in, so primarily Tableau in that case will show us the values which are primarily the members which are a part of this particular set. Say okay, and now you see. So Tableau is showing us the members which are a part of this particular set. ठीक है? So we can use this set also in vice in a opposite condition also. कि जब आपको वो members देखने हैं which are not a part of this set, so you can use it by using that option in and out वाला. यहाँ तक clear है? Before moving to the next step.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. So now ये तो हमने बना लिया customers which are in top 5. So similarly we will have to create another set wherein we will say the customers which are in the bottom 5. So I will simply go, we will give it a name instead of the top 5 we will give it a name bottom 5 customers. यहाँ top की जगह by field we select bottom, ठीक है? And then I say bottom 5. Okay, ठीक. अब हम जैसे यहाँ पे एक और set आ गया bottom 5 and here we are having top 5. अब अगर हम इसको जाके filters में apply करेंगे, so now we are getting the set of, or let's suppose the set of customers which are in the bottom 5 category by this is the sales value. ठीक है? So this set is having the name of the customers which fall in bottom 5. This set is having the set of customers or the name of customers which fall in the bottom top 5. अब हमें showcase क्या करना था? Basis the requirement कि we want a single view we have to showcase top 5 and bottom 5 भी. someone, what we will do, what he or she does at the initial stage, he simply जाके top 5 customers वालों को भी लेके we add it onto the filters. But we can do this, but let's see what happens. So you, when once you have more than one set here, individual sets, bottom 5 bit, top 5, then Tableau is not giving you a proper view. Primarily Tableau is not giving us anything, because अब Tableau को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है in simple कि what we have to showcase. We have to showcase bottom or we have to showcase top. So now wherever we have to meet such criteria, so primarily we have to showcase the results basis combination of two sets. What you will have to do, we will have to create a combined set. So obviously once we have created these individual sets, ऐसा नहीं है, पहले हमें individual sets को बनाना पड़ेगा. Once these individual sets are being created, अब let's suppose अगर requirement ये होता है ना कि user wants to have a व्यू ऑफ टॉप 5 ओनली और बॉटम 5 ओनली एज पर द रिक्वायरमेंट, तो हम यहाँ पर लगा के छोड़ देते. जिसको टॉप 5 देखना था टॉप 5 देख लेता, जिसको बॉटम 5 देखना था बॉटम 5 देख लेता. बट दे आर इंटरेस्टेड इन लुकिंग टॉप 5 एंड बॉटम 5 टुगेदर. So for that we will have to create a combined set. So you go click on create combined set and यहाँ पर हम कर देते हैं मान लो top 5, we give it a name. So we always give it a name which is easy to understand for all, and we give it top 5 and bottom 5 customers. अब यहाँ पर क्या होगा, Tableau will list down the individual sets which are being created. So यहाँ से हम ले लेते हैं top 5 customers and we will select here. Oh, what is happening? Okay, ठीक है. So यहाँ पर we will select the bottom 5 customers क्योंकि हमने bottom 5 पे click किया था ना, and then we will select here top 5 customers. अब this one, वही मैं बता रहा था, this is like a A union B. So अगर हम ये select करेंगे तो both the all the members which are present in both the sets will be considered. If you select this one, only the common ones will be selected. If you select this one, the left hand side will be considered. If you select this one, the right hand side will be considered except the common ones. So abhi ke liye whatever requirement is, we have to consider all the members which are present in both the sets. So that is the reason we are creating top 5 and bottom 5. हमने यहाँ पे ये दोनों सेट बता दिए टैब्लू को कि किस पर्टिकुलर सेट्स पे ये कंबाइंड सेट बनाना है, and then you say okay. So once created, now again you are getting one more set. It says top 5 and bottom 5 customers. अब is just to fulfill our requirement, हम क्या करेंगे, simple इस set को उठाएंगे and we will add it onto the filters. ठीक है. So now you see these are your customers which are having the maximum sales or the top sales. These are your customers which are having the bottom sales. I hope this is clear to all. अब यहाँ पर भी ऑप्शन है, if you want to see all the customers except these customers and except these 10 customers, we want to see the other remaining customers, so you can again we can go ahead and use that in and out वाला option. उस केस में क्या आ जाएगा, वो सारे members which are not a part of this combined set will be displayed here.
सर अगर इसके साथ लेबल्स भी डालना है तो हम लोग मतलब सेल्स को
So you
जाके
can
लेबल में ऐड कर
yeah,
दें.
you can do that. You can take the sales and you can add it onto the label, but then you see यहाँ दिख रहा है eventually, right? You got it right. यहाँ
हाँ
पर तो
सर.
आपका जो range है that is in case, right? 25, 90, but then there are certain customers इनकी sales value something very less है, right? So we can eventually that features remain the same. You can add it and you can show it. While your top customer is having a sales of 25K, your bottom sales customer is only having a, let's say, a sales value of 5 USD. Is this clear?
Yes sir.
Shilpa, is it clear?
Ashish.
Okay, and primarily guys always remember, so हम भी जब भी हम sets का concept use करते हैं ना, so you only use it when we have to create a combined set. अगर हमें individually showcase करना था ना top 5 bottom 5, so in that case we can do that simply by using filters only. But eventually अगर हमें ऐसे दोनों मतलब कुछ दो different, let's suppose set of customers, set of values को effective दिखाना है, in that case we will have to take help of the sets only. आप क्योंकि sets पे जाके we can create combined set, and sets can only be created on dimensions, not from the measures. ठीक है.
Yes sir.
Cool. So I will pause